Hi people, TS here. Welcome back to Living Blessed TV. Just doing my review of our 1-0 defeat away to Everton at Goodison Park. Of course, in my preview, I predicted a 3-1 victory. I did think it'd be a tough game, but I thought that, we've seen the likes of United slip up early in the week and stuff, and this being our game in hand, I thought that we would capitalise and fully be up for it, which wasn't the case. It was a poor performance. It's funny that at home we seem to play like such a top side, and away from home we play like a side that's, battling relegation, which, is something that isn't just been the case this season. It's been the case when, Wenger's been in charge, and of course it's something Emery needs to work on going forward. From when I saw the lineup, I wasn't filled with the most confidence, to be honest with you. Now, I understand, potentially going with one striker and, having something in reserve. But personally, I thought that, that Everton's not been in such bad form of recent. And I thought we just need to get at them from the get-go. So, seeing the one striker up top, I wasn't really filled with the most confidence in that. Also, seeing Mohamed Elneny in the middle with Guendouzi. Now, Elneny probably would get a lot of stick from a lot of fans today regarding our loss. He wasn't single-handedly the worst player. He wasn't the only bad player on the pitch. But, the fact that he's barely featured in and around the team all season kind of sums up his position in the team. And, I expect him to be sold in the summer. There's a heavy talks that he was meant to go out in January. He was meant to be sold in January, but Emery kept him, just in case he's required routine now on the end of the season. And, I know that Ramsey was training on Friday, and I thought he'd be fit to start this game. And, if we're in a situation like this again going forward, I'd rather put Maitland Niles in the middle of the park and put in a Jenkinson or Lichtsteiner on the right-hand side. That's just my personal opinion. But, it's been a tough one of recent. Of course, Xhaka wasn't fit for this game. This was Torreira's last game of suspension. So, those two players are quite critical to our midfield, and they will come in handy for our next big games. Of course, Everton went 1-0 up 10 minutes in. Some sloppy defending on the goal, which is, it's kind of the story of Arsenal Football Club, sloppy defending. And, we never really looked like we was really going to put them under pressure. And, I have to say, Everton, they deserve the win. They had a lot of shots on our goal, a lot of attempts. And, they found a way to get in on us time and time again. And, I have to say credit to them. They definitely deserved the victory. A couple of things to point out from the game, of course. Sokratis, now he's going to have a 2-match ban after receiving his 10th yellow card, which, is going to be vital now for these last few games of the season. We're going to be relying on the likes of Mustafi and Koscielny. I've probably got more hope in Koscielny than I do Mustafi, but Sokratis is our main man in defence, so that's going to be a big hit for us. Also, Özil, of course, he was substituted off, and he threw his jacket in the direction of Emery. I'm not seeing that as a. Some people say, it's a coincidence. He was just throwing his jacket in frustration. Nah, he was throwing his jacket at the manager for taking him off. He didn't have a good enough performance, and he was taken off. Whether he likes it or not, so be it. I don't want to say too much on him. I know he's got a lot of, fanboys that I find anything to defend him for. I'm not having a dig at Mesut Ozil, but, it's quite evident he's throwing his jacket at Emery, and, football's a tough sport. When you're playing well, you're playing well. When you're not, people will really, have a go at you. And, the best thing for him really is to, him and other players is to put things right in the next match. The next game we've got Napoli. It's a very big game. Of course, we probably really need to try and get through that time, beat Napoli now, because, of course, not winning today, beating Napoli would really, give us the opportunity of potentially qualifying for the Champions League via the Europa League. So, it's a very big game, Napoli. I'll be doing my preview for that some point in the week, most likely on Tuesday. And, that'll be out on the channel. All we can do is bounce back from this. Knowing us, we've lost today, we'll probably go ahead and beat Napoli now on Thursday. Hopefully that's the case. And, hopefully we get through that tie. And like I said before, I'll be doing a preview for that. That's all from me in terms of the review for the Everton game. Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.